Hello and welcome. I'm Wolfgang Sonnenborg and present today you a new episode in Winspirational Ideas and Winning for Life. Today I want to talk mainly about two things, or let's say I want to reflect with you together about finding yourself and something what is often overlooked when everybody talks about law of attraction, law of vibration. What is the key? At least from my experience, a lot of people saw the film The Secret, but what is really changing in your life, especially in the results, not that you just change thoughts. Okay, how happy are you with your life, with yourself? What is yourself? What is your authentic self? You know, I grew up in a time where people did seminars or find yourself and what is the meaning of my life and all those stuff. And they jump from one seminar to the other. And we call it often seminar junkies. So it was so much interested being in the group of people who were searching. Yeah, here we have already the first difference: searching or finding. And both are leading you in the wrong direction. You don't need to search for yourself, and there is nothing to find. You know, if you search and you want to find something, it feels for me like Easter. You know, I grew up with my dad and we're hiding in Eastern eggs, and we needed to search and find the eggs. But all what I need to search and find was outside of me. And how do I find myself? Did you ever hear about this term, I am, or I amness? I am. It's just I am. And if you just maybe close your eyes and just pause a minute and just say and be with yourself this way and say, I am. I guess you will feel something. If you say I am, or can you say I am before you find yourself? No, you are. And guess what? You always are with yourself. You can't separate from yourself. You can decide ignoring things. You can decide to identify with something else. But that is just tricking yourself. If you go on a kind of meta level and watch it, you see, you're still yourself. If you have kids, maybe you experience that kids at times and played something and pretended, no, I'm a pilot, I'm this and that. They have costumes. They can do it. And they can play whatever the costume is. But as parents, you can still see your kid. And I guess you see your kid plays cowboy, Indian, pilot, astronaut, or whatever. Exactly what fits with their true, authentic self. I discuss a lot with people when we did so-called purpose finding. but it's just more a kind of discovery, because it's there. It's not going out and searching. Maybe you heard from Michelangelo. He was asked, there is a stone, and you hammer the stone, and suddenly there is a beautiful David. How do you create the David? How do you make that? And Michelangelo said, I don't make David. David is there. I see David. And then just I need to free him from the stones around him. So I clean somehow David, get the costume away from David, that we see the true naked David. But it's there. It's not to go and search. Where is David? Where is David? And that's somehow how we should see ourselves. We, Davids, whatever happened, if it comes from the past, energy fields, what happened when we were not born yet, but getting already a mother's womb, all the energy, fear and joy, or chemicals, what she had. Or later when we were young, something happened to us, and I guess maybe you said it or also once, or experienced people saying he has a heart of stone, or he had a wall around his. And I'm a guy who just really lived years with a kind of wall, behind the wall. But it was always with me. The crazy thing compared to David is not that there is a stone and you free David. The crazy thing is we are the Davids coming, and then we make the stone around. So we protect us, would we say. So it is really not about finding us. It's just about getting rid of what is not belonging to us, what I'm not. And I heard a lot of people saying, no, I can't say emotion, what people will make it with it, and that hurts me. No, nothing. People can't do anything. The wall, the stones, it's us who are doing it. We had a belief, maybe babies, we had a kind of survival technique, or didn't want it to be sad or whatever. In my case, for example, when I had stress, especially in the childhood with my dad, but later on also with my mom, because she had stress, feared dad, so she punished me because of her fear for him. I went then on a kind of meta level, detaching from me, from my pain. So I was not, in this way, not really in the body. And therefore, they sometimes tried hitting me more and doing something because they felt what they wanted me to feel, I wouldn't feel. That's how I protected myself. But that was more physical. Later, when you grow up, and whatever people saying around you, it's outside of you, and we choose then, with our thoughts, to create the fantasy of pain and, I need to have the wall around me. And if you ever experience people where you think they're really authentic, really strong, not just because they can weightlift, big weights, no, because they are centered. Whatever happens outside, they are centered. Oh, wow, what a person. Those persons, my favorite experience was meeting was with Mohamed Yunus, the Peace Nobel Prize winner. When I was, you see, the moment those people are with you, they're with you. They're so open and interested in you because they don't need to hide themselves. They're not afraid. They have no wall around the heart. So finding yourself is tricking you. If you want to find yourself, I guess you spend the rest of your life searching. No, except you are. You are always with you. It is just, don't identify with something else. Especially here on the UK Health Radio, and Johan Ilgenfritz, the founder, is just bringing out his book on cancer, and one of the first things he said in the first pages is be aware not to say I have cancer, I have this. Nobody has this. Like we mentioned before, if you drive a car, maybe the car has a flat tire, but you don't have a flat tire. The car has a flat tire. The car has a scratch, not you have a scratch. The car has maybe no gas, but would you say, I have no gas? You know, sometimes we say it, and most people say, I have this kind of sickness, I have cancer, but they are wrong. The true self has no cancer. And you don't want to have this connection. The self, the authentic self, has no cancer. The authentic self has not the scratch. The car has it. But if you use the wrong wording, self-finding, searching, I am a lawyer, I am this. No. I am a little bit more than a lawyer. But I am can decide for whatever time period to work as a lawyer. I did that. I worked as a lawyer. But I am not a lawyer. I am not my car. I am not my emotions. I am not my thoughts. I am not my pain. Even if I can experience pain, even if I can watch my thoughts, but I am not. So if you want to live your true authentic self, start with the awareness of the wording. Because if you have the wrong wording, you're looking somewhere else. And I guess all heard about this joke, and maybe you too, is in some different versions, but there is a drunk person in the night on the knees and crawling around a streetlight. Always around the streetlight, around the streetlight. And then the police comes and says, hey, well, what are you doing there? And he says, I'm looking for my car key. Oh, where did you lose it? Over there. So why are you searching here if you lost it over there? Because here is more light. It sounds like a silly joke. But Dwayne Dwyer used it in a similar version to explain that most of us live like this. We are searching for ourselves on the street light because there's more light, or we understood it, but there it's not. So you are. I am. There is nothing to find, nothing to search for. You are always with you, with yourself. Wherever you go, you take yourself with you. Your body is not going where you are not. The body is a vehicle of yourself on this planet Earth. So the body can't really then be totally, besides, yeah, there's possibilities to, that the soul, like we said, leave the body. There are periods in the night and everything. But that is not the phase where you say, I'm searching myself. No. So get that, please. It's all there. And it's the same thing how we perceive the world. Everything is there. There's so much potential, unlimited possibilities, but the more we identify with something, the more we are limited from the I amness. You can see a lot of things. That's a tricky thing. If you really go in meditation, you can see more. Then the awareness can be, if you go out of the limitation of the left brain. It is typical, we see with our paradigms, as I said, and I'm also doing network marketing again, because I believe that it's a wonderful concept to help people to get awareness. But and just a side note, because a lot of people have stress with network marketing or afraid of network marketing. Network marketing itself is neutral, totally neutral. It's just an idea and a system. And it's like the knife. Those who use the knife decide, use the knife for killing or saving lives. Network marketing can use for misusing people or developing people, bring the strengths out. And we see how many people today, young people, have no clue what to do. School is not training you to be self-employed, entrepreneurial. So network marketing is one of the best schools in life, a big personal development seminar. And if you do it right, it's a personal development movement attached with a compensation plan. And that's how we live it with our philosophy of we are more and be authentic. And this is what it's really true also there. I experience a lot of people when they start, I don't know, who could I talk to? And it's their paradigms, their belief system, because they are trained in the childhood, you're not allowed to talk to strangers. In school, don't work with the neighbor to come to. So everything I need to somehow do the hard way. And I experience this so often, even in cities, also London and Berlin. So there are cities where millions of people living, and the people said, I don't know who to talk to. So limited. But if there are millions of people, where's the problem? And the problem is the way we think and our perception. And in those cases, in workshops like this where we had this topic, I asked, because mainly I had people over 18, so the chances that they had a driving license was quite high. So I asked, who has a driving license, who drove a car, who bought already a car, and most arms go up. And can you remember the moment you decided, I buy this car, and I often use, I buy the red car. What happened then? Didn't you see those types, those cars, more often on the street? How was it with you? The moment you decided for something, didn't you see it more on the street? Everybody's agreed, yes. Suddenly I see more of this car on the street. So what happened? Were they all pushed out overnight on the street that suddenly there are more there? No, because something changed in your mind. You made a decision, you went on the frequency of those cars, and suddenly you see them. Though it's always there. The cars were always there. And you can play the thing, ask someone in the room around and tell me, focus around and tell me everything. No, not tell me, sorry, this is misleading. Look around and notice everything what's red. And then they go around and then ask him, share everything what is blue. And then they have no clue because they are focusing on red. Or maybe you saw in YouTube or heard about the example with the basketball players, ball players. There's a little video, and I use it in workshops also. It's very interesting for this purpose. It says here is a team, players with basketball, and they are throwing the ball to each other. And you should count how often the ball goes to whatever. So throwing so count it. So, and then people focus on the ball, went from this person to this person, and they count and count and count and count. And in the end, you ask how much was the number, and they give you the number, maybe the right number. And then ask, did you see the bear running through the field, through the video? And a lot of people don't see it. And then if you're aware, I got this in it, show the video, don't focus on the, just watch if there is, it's a person in disguise, with a costume of a bear, it's not the real bear, but walking through, so obvious. But it's interesting, if you focus on counting the balls, you don't see that. And that is a problem if we identified with something what we are not truly are. We only can see this limitation. See what we are limited to. And then we are, where can I find the bear? Where can I find the bear? Well, he's running there. He's there. Everything is there. So if we are not aware which language we use, what we are focusing on, then we are not clear which limitations we are, where we look for the car key. So please reflect what kind of limitations you do. Everybody of us doing it, because the world is too complex. We couldn't get consciously everything, but our inner conscious gets everything. That's why in hypnosis you can get so much more out. Even after surgery, you think when people are sleeping in the surgery or unconscious, they don't get anything. Yeah, but in hypnosis they can give you the words, what the doctors are saying. That's so important what the doctors say. If the doctor's talking, oh God, what is difficult, oh God, it's worse, that's hindering the healing process. Because the self gets it. Okay, so this was what I call this situation, the introduction for what we come next to. We call the law of attraction and what is the missing point. So stop searching for yourself. You don't need to find yourself. You are. Just say more often, I am. I am okay. I am enough. I am what I am. So, when we just talk with the wording and watching, so simple with the so-called law of attraction. And actually it's not really a law of attraction, it's a law of vibration, but use it with, at the moment, for attraction. If you want to attract the car key, find the car key again, but you have in mind, I need to search where light is. I only can find the key where light is. If you have those programming, but the key is where there's no light, then you can't find your key. And the law of attraction in this way is not working, at least not with the result you really want to have. Because law of vibration, you're not getting what you want, you get what you are. What is a frequency? And like we said, you focus on this basketball game, you focus on the balls and you don't see the other things. There are the cars, but you don't see them because you didn't make the decision. You see that what you decided. So that's a lot of people not getting it because they're not making really the decision, a conscious decision, if you will, for what they really, really want. Because if you just on the surface, on the thinking level, do something, decide something, but inside of you, it's not working. That's why affirmations are not really working. You can say a sentence in your mind, but if your whole system says, no, I'm not allowed to do this, I have a different programming, you never get it. Because law of vibration, you get what you are, or better said, you get on which level of frequency you are. It's like a radio, on which frequency you get the music, the news. If you on a frequency where something is what you don't want to hear, to listen to, then you need to focus on what you want. And you only can find it if you know what you want. But what happens in daily life is that people first focus so much, they're emotionally involved with what they don't want. Like I said before, if you say, I have cancer, and you're meaning this more about the body, I, myself, yeah, in the meaning of myself has cancer, the body can't get really rid of cancer because you tell your body you should have cancer. It's so much tougher. And then often all the chemotherapies and whatever they try to do with hard stuff is not working. But if you say the body has a cancer, my car has a scratch, then you can think, well, what do we need to do with the car to get rid of the scratch? Because I am okay. I am. My true self is always okay. My authentic self is always okay. So be really, really clear and focus on a deeper level. What is my real intention? What is it what I really want? There's a difference between symbols and experience. You know, I grew up in Germany, and in Germany we had car companies, and there's one car, Porsche, and there was a 911 Porsche, the sports car, and when we were young, we were dreaming about driving this car. And then I attended a seminar at which they asked me why you want the Porsche, and this, what is the symbol, what you wanted. I wanted the symbol Porsche, but what is it what I really wanted? And then, if you dig a little bit deeper, what did I want at that time? Have maybe some more power because I have a more faster, powerful car? No, I guess I can impress the girls better. So I didn't want the Porsche. I didn't want to sit so uncomfortable. I wanted to impress something on the outside. First of all, I had the leg off, because without a Porsche, I had the feeling I don't get the girls, I had not the power, I'm not fast enough, and everything. So interesting programming. And that is a tricky thing if we focus on a symbol because we have inside a leg off, we make it worse. It is not just thinking I want a Porsche, and then I get a Porsche. No, inside is I need the Porsche because of that. Otherwise, I don't get girls. So as long as I don't have the Porsche, I get girls. And side note, if you have a Porsche and you get a girlfriend only because of the Porsche, is this really a partner you want? No. So yeah, learned this lesson. So what is it what you truly, really, really want? And there's never the symbol. What is the real experience you want? What is it what you really, really want? And this way, we come now slowly to what is the most important thing of the law of vibration and so-called law of attraction. If you're not totally clear of what you really, really, really want, then you can't go in the frequency of what you really want. The moment I want the Porsche, I can go in the frequency maybe of a Porsche, but I don't get the girlfriend I really wanted. Because my dream of the girlfriend was a different one than just having this symbol. And I can tell you my history, and it was not a Porsche. After big money success and everything, I bought a penthouse in Gibraltar in the marina. It was at that time one of the best penthouses there. And facade was great, and I fell into depression. Because I was focusing on symbols. Now I had all the symbols I could imagine to be the most happiest person with the best relationships. And I was lonely and I felt lonely. More lonely, that's why depressed, than ever before. Because when I worked towards it, I could kind of cover up the problem, what I really wanted, and working for the symbol. But the moment the symbol comes, what you believe that brings you everything, and then the Porsche brings you all the wrong ladies. The apartment didn't bring me the happiness I expected. And I reached it, and I had no other vision. Then was emptiness, and even that didn't work. Even that didn't make me happy. Were you aware when I said, even this didn't make me happy? Because I had this assumption, if I have that, that will make me happy. As I couldn't be happy before because I didn't have it. And at the moment I had it, it didn't make me happy because I expected something on the outside should make me happy. I want to receive the happiness from something outside, an apartment, from stones, walls, concrete. Ooh, how should that work? What is it what I really, really wanted? And in my time of depression, I started then with this so-called purpose finding and figure out what I truly, truly want. And then it started. And then it was possible to get all what I want. Interested? So I experience this always the hard way. And I learned it somehow tough. Maybe, I was a good friend with Bob Proctor. That's why also Secret and Law of Attraction. And once I was sitting with him and sharing my drama, that something was not working. Well, he asked me just, how do you feel? And and the moment I started kind of complaining, he said, stop! I don't want to hear it. You're enjoying your drama. Oh, I was so shocked. Bob says, stop it, I don't want to hear it. Oh, he was rejecting me? No, not me, just the shitty frequency. He doesn't want to deal with this frequency, and he gives me the warning, you're enjoying a shitty frequency. Don't do that. So he was protecting himself, that he not needs to deal with someone who was kind of close. We really had a wonderful relationship. But then also telling me, Bob, and that made me so aware. Oh, on what kind of frequency I was. And I had the belief, if I have someone, because my parents never listened to what my sorrows and pains, that if I have someone where I can complain and everything, that I would be better off. But I didn't realize if I'm in the frequency of this shitty complaints, I feel that also. And if I go on a different frequency, if I'm going on the frequency of happiness and fulfillment, I don't need anybody, because the neediness frequency is gone. But the trick is often that we are stuck with those frequencies too long because we are not consciously aware. With my, I call it big facade in Hamburg, the law office, a tax accounting, financial advisory company, and even a kind of construction company, worked hard, really 70 hours, ego-driven, working, and it was not aligned with my true self. So I was really in kind of stress. And I learned a kind of right to exist because I was a kind of crisis manager. Everything, when it was too complicated, when something like that, Wolfgang need to solve the problem. So what happened, if my identity is I have only the right to exist if there is a crisis I can solve, that when I get rid of everything, realize suddenly I have no right to exist. There's no crisis. So my whole system was looking for crisis again. How get I get in there? We had a lot of financing, loans, mortgages, and when I was, after this, financially free, my whole system wanted me to go in depths again. In a chemistry, in the book Better the Whole World Against Me Than My Soul, I wrote about this problem, how tough it was just being zero. And always everything was pulling me back to the frequency I was used to. By the way, I recommend to read the book Better the Whole World Against Me Than My Soul, or in today's episode, Authentic Self. The homepage of UK Health Radio, find the banner, click it, or just go on Amazon and buy it. So here we come to the main topic and trick why for most people the law of attraction is not working, because what I'm sharing here is I worked my ass off with the facade. We invested money because I wanted to be somehow, call it successful, be worthy in life and everything. But what was my chemistry? What were I doing? I needed the risk, I needed the drama, I needed all this to give a right to exist. But intellectually, yeah, we were better times. At that time, I told my wife always, "No, it's only this year, next year. Not only this year, then next year." Gosh, that thing is next. If you say next, what you're saying, not now, please. Universe, not now. No happiness now. No good things now. No love, please, now. No love now. Not too much money now. It needs to go away now. Next year. It will develop. And then you're in the big trap. The universe, or some say, God has no time. Here on the level we create the time, there is no time for God. He can do it now, instantly. And if you say, next year I go on the frequency, this year I stay in the frequency of drama, crisis, and everything, because I need to go to the crisis, and next year will better. What I'm saying, I am now in the frequency of drama. So what I'm attracting, the drama, the risky stuff, everything, but not what I officially said, peace, inner peace, that it's more fulfillment, that the bank account is full. I always said next. Did you hear people saying, oh, I want to lose weight this year, by the end of the year? No. The main thing, are you really ready to receive? And you can't be ready to receive for next year if you're not ready to receive now. You need to change now the frequency. Are you ready to receive? Now. Everything else you can think about, discuss it, but it will not work if you're not ready to receive now. That's why Bob Proctor always recommended make a goal card or everything what you said. I'm so happy and grateful now that is. It is already done because you are on the frequency already. And that for most people is not possible because the Porsche is not there, this is not there, so I can't be ready. They're waiting that it comes and then they go on the frequency, and that never works. You need to be ready now. Are you ready to receive? I was not ready to live free. I was not ready to have no crisis. I was not ready living love. I was not ready being healthy. On the deeper level, I was not ready. So focus on the deeper level. Are you really, really ready to receive what you really, really want? Let's go on the frequency. Be it. That's also winning for life. Be inspired and be ready. And the best is coming because it's there already.